Good morning, Antique and Garden Showcase friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a busy morning already out merchandising, but I'm going to take some time to look at the flowers and trees for spring around the center part of town here. You can see some red buds there in the background. Dogwoods are blooming. It's really a pretty day. It's about mid-70s, so hear the birds outside. Great day. Let's take a look at some spring flowers. As I'm walking around the square today, I'm right by the Appalachian Fireside Gallery, and I was looking in their window. They have a lot of spring things in there. Some cookbooks, some pottery. Really neat bunny plate there. Some little sheep. Always good shopping and good window shopping around here. On the other side, some Kentucky products there. Bird houses. Oh, look at those rabbits, aren't they cute? Little horse. Those ornaments are neat too, by hand-blown glass. Well, it is springtime here, so let's go take a look at some flowers around in front of the Boone Tavern Hotel. I'm headed that way now, so taking a nice stroll after a heavy lunch at Papolino's. Right outside the hotel, you start to see all sorts of beautiful tulips just lining the sidewalks. And little clumps around the trees. Pretty colors. They've used a dark purple and a red together. Neat color combination. Looks like they've carried that combination on through too. As we get closer to the entrance of the hotel, there's larger beds. Looks like they've even added a different one in there. That's pretty together. I always like to see what different people use for their color combinations. And of course, we're here under the iconic porch of the Boone Tavern Hotel. Some bistro seating, and I think I saw some pretty tulips on the other side the other day as I was driving. So look at this, Kayla lilies already. That's pretty. All right, went around the corner and we'll see what we got over here. I do apologize for the noise in this video. There's a lot of construction going on in town today, and I'm at the intersection here on the side, but I did want to take a look at these tulips. They are beautiful down through here. Looks like they're kind of getting towards the end of their life, but these came out early. I think these were really early blooming tulips here. But then around, this is the area of the hotel where you would drive in, to check in. This is a really pretty color combination too. We got a purple and a white. Now back here are usually gardens and things, so let's go take a look at the gardens, see if they've got anything back here. Our daffodils are about at the end of their life already, and I see that they've had some mixed in here. There's still some pretty blooms left. And on this side of the hotel, they've mixed in the pansies. They've used a blue and a white, a blue and a yellow color, a pretty deep purple. I like these. Those almost look like stargazer lilies. The color is amazing. There's one solid too. Over there's another bed. Everywhere you look, there's just pretty here. So let's go around that way. We'll have to walk around the junipers here to the other side of the garden. It smells so good out here. All these fragrant flowers. These are green-throated. Look at those. I'd like to know where they got those. Those are really neat. And then they've underplanted with pansies down in there. That's kind of a cool color combination. Over here, it's kind of more of the same, but the mass planting is really pretty together. All right, and as you can see, there are even more gardens. Let's take a walk down through there. I see things over in the tree wells, so I'm headed back to my car anyway, which is out here somewhere. Ooh, look at that red. The stripe, that's really pretty. Some different colors in here. Used a lot of white in here. Looks like they've kind of just mixed things up in this bed a lot. There's even a random pink in there. And over on this one, there's kind of an orange and yellow that was like the red in the other. That's really pretty. I really don't think you could go wrong with any combination of tulips. They're just so pretty, especially planted in mass. Wish I could do this at home. I don't know what keeps the squirrels from destroying them here, but they sure do at home. So all of these tree wells are just planted pretty much the same. They've got the nice lights up there too for nighttime. That should be neat out here. And then a few more underplantings there. Oh, there's some columbine already coming out too. Look at that. All right, so I'll backtrack here. Here's where I'm at. I'm on the backside of Boone Tavern Hotel in Berea. It's the time of year for dogwoods around here, and there is no shortage anywhere you look around here, especially the white ones. And these white mountain varieties are so pretty. You just see them growing along roadsides up here, which is really neat. Over there, there's more. I see more tulips in the distance. And I think I see, let's walk on down here. It's kind of old, but there's a red bud over here as well in bloom, partially. Eastern red bud. Some of our trees that are in bloom right now. So I thought I'd try something different today. I'm gonna check out the Berea College plant sale. Let's go see what they've got for sale today. So walking in here, let's see what they've got. We'll check out the flowers, probably make a couple of purchases. I'm specifically looking for oriental poppies, and I think they have some. Well, this is a black beauty, and I've tried growing this one many times with no success. So I'm going to try to get one of these. Definitely going to get one of these. Let's see. I'm also looking for basil today. So I'm going to grab a box over here and start a box, see what we can get. I believe so. Sweet peas.
You want the hanging one? Hanging one, or you want to get one of these plants in the ground?
Let me go the other way. A little packed in here today. Let's start over here on the herbs now. Lots of tomatoes. I'm looking for the basil. So. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down and take a look around, and then I'll come back in just a second. Okay, so I did pick out a couple of, these are not oriental poppies, these are the regular bread seeds, but two different colors I didn't have, and I found the Genovese basil. So I'm gonna take a look in their kind of conservatory greenhouse. They have a huge banana plant here with actually a clump of bananas growing on it. Isn't that wild? Massive basil indoors. So this looks like almost like an oak leaf hydrangea in here. It is an oak leaf hydrangea, I'm pretty sure. And then there's tons of succulents over here on the table. Let's see what kind of succulents they have. They have a variety of different things. But this is a college greenhouse. They're growing these for fun, so I always try to check these out and see, because a lot of them have some really unique and pretty things. I think they do have some banana trees for sale as well. So yeah, neat place. So some of you have asked how I maintain garden urns and that sort of thing. The one I'm looking at today is the one that's in the front formal garden, and it was restored. If you look back on historic videos, you'll see where that one came in here. It was white with old gunked up paint on it. It's been out about 2 years now, and it has actually weathered pretty hard out there. So I'll show you what I've got going on and what I'm going to do to fix this one right back up. So this is the base of the urn, and the base of the urn has taken on some weather. You can see right here, it's really chippy. Paint's chipping off, and there's just some other spots. The upper portion of this has a water reservoir. In its olden days, it was kind of like the very first self-watering aqua pot, if you will. Here are the other pieces, and I'll show you what I mean. This is almost like the watering reservoir. You would fill it up here, and it didn't have a hole here. We put this in, or the antique store I bought it from put this in to drain it so it wouldn't rust so bad, and I actually put my drip tube up through there. But it does still manage to clog and hold water. So that's what happened here, is it clogged, it ran over, ran down the pedestal. So I had a lot of rust staining. But the original top to this actually sits down in this water bowl. You can see that, and that's where it would wick water up into the soil and into the pot. So this was really ahead of its time in the 1800s, but today, you know, we have different uses for different things, and I'm using it the way I need to use it in the garden. So as you can see, I've already run the drill with the wire bit around this one and these, and this one's still a little rusty, but it's as good as it's going to get because it's pretty pitted and old from water that's held in there. So what I'm going to do is I will simply take a drill with a wire brush bit on the end of it, and then I just take this and I go around the piece. This is hard to do one-handed, but you get the idea. And I just go around the whole entire thing, clean the whole thing off, whether it's dusty, rusty, whatever. Then when I get it to the point where it's not flaking anymore, whatever, I'll just take a simple hand broom, brush off all the dust, and then I'll set it over there on the pasteboard pieces, and it'll be ready for painting. Now, a lot of people have asked what kind of paint that I use. Well, most everything here, you can see lights, lights over here, everything's done in gloss black. So we use gloss black to match. I use Rust-Oleum Professional Gloss Black paint. It's in a big silver can, and it dries in 15 minutes. That's the great thing. So if you've got multiple sides, you can spray this side, wait 15 minutes, flip it, do the other side, wait 15 minutes, do a second coat if you need it. Really, you need to let it set 24 hours before you use it, but that's no big deal. The 15-minute drying really helps get the process done a whole lot quicker, so you can get multiple sides and whatever done. So that's what I use. Rust-Oleum Professional paint comes in a multitude of different colors. Just look it up online, or Amazon, or Lowe's, or all those places carry it. I realize this method may not be for everyone, depending on what you like and what your garden actually lends to. You may want to leave these urns completely natural white, let them rust through, let them have the rusty look. You may want to paint them bright white, whatever. But this is the way I've chosen to do these because they match the landscape here. So let me show you what the base looks like after I've used the drill and the rotary brush to clean that off. So this is what I'm looking at after I get all the chippy stuff off of here. I try to get that the brush on the drill to get that as smooth as possible across there and get all the chip stuff off, then get the dust off, and then it'll just be ready for a nice coat or two of paint. And I did this on all sides. And of course I'll do the underside as well to kind of protect it from the elements as much, because these do stay out all year long, even in the winter time. So they do take quite a beating from the weather around here. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna give them a coat of paint and then they'll be done. And one other thing I should mention is if you are working on one that's really old, make sure that you are wearing the right respiratory gear, because you could be dealing with lead-based paint in some of these older pieces like this as well. And you stir those up with a grinding wheel and whatever else, might not be that great. So you do what works for you. But you know, probably a good idea to have some sort of mask on whenever you're doing these projects. And also, you may want to have the eye gear on, protective, make sure it's wrap, you know, because you've got flying debris out. All those things are things you need to watch out for. For my very first planters of the year, I decided to go with something super simple. 1 plant per pot. These are small pots anyway. Just the Proven Winners Vermillionaire, which is that really cute little plant right there. And it attracts hummingbirds. So I'm hoping by getting these out early, these will bring the hummingbirds to the lawn out here. So that's the first things that I've planted for the spring of 2023 so far. I've got some other things in the works. In fact, I bought all these the other day and I went back and I did get the, this was the hot-blooded red. I thought that was a neat color. I'm gonna put the red and the purple together, I think, and that's gonna go down the wall. I'm gonna use that in these containers. I'm still working on the one that's a mess. I've got 2 ready to go. I've got another one I got to put a wire mesh in the bottom, and then the other one that we're trying to fix, which has been a pain to fix, but I think we have a solution now. So other than that, I've got the urn out. You just saw it being painted, and that's about it for spring updates right now. Pretty soon I'll have more, but I'm trying to do merchandising during the day and planting during the afternoon and yard work. And these magnolias that need to be trimmed really, really bad and shaped up are going to be next on the list. So doing this one thing at a time. I'm trying to get the wall planters done. Now I've moved to here. I've got some boxwood issues out there. I don't know if they're going to flush back from the winter. I've got some issues with that spruce right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got winter burn really bad on the side. I've already given that lots and lots of fertilize. I used the not the garden tone, but the holly tone on those to help bring them back out from all the drastic winter weather they've had. So it's been a lot of maintenance just trying to clean up from the winter around here, and haven't even touched the driveway island yet. So little by little, we're getting there. Well, this video may turn out short today. I'll watch the road here. But I'm headed home to do some more projects at home. I'm working on a lot of things right now. Getting the planters in order, getting things packed out and put in place for spring, trying to get the lawn maintained. There's just a lot to do, and trying to make every good use of every moment of this wonderful weather we're having. Right behind me there, another red bud you can see. We kind of take them for granted because they're everywhere around here. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you in the next one. And so long for now. And if you have not subscribed, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Bye.